Hey guys, this is Bevan. I'm here with a deck profile this week, and this is going to be on my Triforce Worms. To start off, I have one king. I used to run two, but I realized that drawing king is absolutely terrible with this deck. I mean, you can still tribute summon it, but I'd rather summon it out of the deck via Nebula, so I've only decided to run one. Then a standard Worm Engine of triple Zex, triple Jaegen, triple Carteros. I run one double Thunder King. It's just because it's a beat stick, and it's just a very powerful card. Honest, because I run a lot of lights. Birdman allows me to either recycle Zex and special summon it and go into Genex Ally Triforce, who's down here. Basically, this guy has a lot of synergy with Worms, because if I synchro summon him using a light, I can special summon a light monster from my grave and face down defense position. And seeing as how Worms are predominantly a flip effect deck, that's pretty good. I'm gonna run one Kaiku. That's kind of more than just an anti-meta sort of a deal, because it helps stop things. It helps slow down Prophecy to a degree. Elemental Dragons. That helps control the opponent's graveyard. Kagado Kage. That allows me to go into just quick XE plays, whatever. Where let's say I draw Zex and Carteros. Summon Zex, Jaegen, special Kagato, overlay in a King Feral. Then I run two Valor, because Valor is very powerful nowadays. As far as the spells, I run two Dualities, a Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon, Reborn, Mind Control, and Avarice. I don't run MSTs because they're not as good nowadays, because they just aren't. As far as traps are concerned, double Nebula. This card's best way to describe it for you non-Worm players out there. It's kind of like Spellbook Judgment Day, like that same sort of really powerful plus a bajillion card for Worms, in that it flips all face downs face up. Then during the end phase, all face up light reptiles I control get flipped face down. Draw a card for each, and I can special summon I think it's level 7 or higher light reptile from my deck. So let's say turn 1, summon Zex, mill Jaegen, summon Jaegen by its own effect. Then instead of Nebula, opponent goes, they summon a monster, flip up Nebula, flip up Jaegen, bounce back their monster, end phase, flip Zex and Jaegen down, draw 2, and then summon my king. There are a lot of bullcrap plays like we do with this card. It's honestly ridiculous. Then we have the dynamic duo of Judgment and Warning. Huge Revolution. This may not be the best card to run nowadays, but I think it's really good. I don't run Starlight Road because that can more easily be negated. It can be affected by Warning and whatnot. That and Starlight takes over in the extra deck, in my opinion at least. I'm not saying Starlight Road is bad. I just prefer Huge Revolution more than just Double Bottomless, Double Dimensional Prison. This just helps get rid of Dragosax or whatever, and just help to get rid of problem cards. And then Double Compulse. For once, I actually run a side deck because I honestly consider the side deck to be the most relative thing in this entire game, because it's just like if you were to encounter E-Drag, you'd focus on studying against E-Drags and whatever. But I decided to build a side deck this time around. So I run 2 Max Cs because, like, let's say I'm playing Elemental Dragons and they try to go off, I drop Max C, I can just sit there and draw cards all day and not care. Tsukiyomi, mainly this isn't out to Ophion, because Ophion can cause problems with this deck. It can stop me from summoning King, and it can stop my Triforce plays, and kind of the point of this deck is to use Triforce as effectively an advantage factory. So if I can get rid of Ophion, that helps a lot. And even then, it has Suko, as it is, just has a lot of synergy with Worm, because, like, let's say I have a set Jaegen, flip up Jaegen, play Suko, reset the Jaegen, or whatever, so that's a powerful card. Reptilian Vosky, I already run King Feral Imp, so I can search it out, that's not a problem. And this, it's pretty much to get rid of Dragosack, because I can tribute the 2 tokens to special summon it, then use Vosky's effect to destroy Dragosack, so at the cost of my opponent's Dragosack, I got a 2600 beater. What's next? Then I sided my 2 MSTs. I sided in triple deck lockdown. This is pretty much to hurt Prophecies and Elemental Dragons, because I never special summon from the main deck. And yeah, it kind of sucks that I can't add cards from deck to hand. So that does stop my potential Carteros and King Feral plays, but I can get over siding out my Carteros is too potentially cripple like Prophecy or whatever. Next up is triple Iron Wall. I don't banish ever. I mean, hell, a lot of the time banishing's a bad thing, because like if I were to, again, summon Zex, mill Yagen, if Yagen were to special summon itself by its own effect, if it were to get destroyed, it get banished, but if Iron Wall's up, it doesn't get destroyed. That, and it helps stop Elemental Dragons and Prophecy, because it helps stop their Fate plays, because Book of Fate's really obnoxious. Then lastly, 2 Mind Drain, that helps stop, like, Blaster, or just any of the Elemental Dragons with, like, discard, like, drop the dragon and another I think it's Mantra of that element or something like that. And then for the extra deck, 1 Cowboy, because Cowboy's awesome. Emerald is pretty much a mini Avarice. Maestro, because he's a really good wall. What's next? Starleash Paladynamo. I really like this card because, let's say my opponent has an Ophion, and I just want it gone. Detach 2, run it over. Then when it gets destroyed, I can draw a card. So what I've actually done with this before is, I've special summoned it using Triforce's effect, and then just used it as a mild draw engine. Next is Diamond Direwolf. I initially didn't like this card for whatever reason, but now that I've actually used it, it's actually been incredibly helpful. Because sometimes if there's just that one card I want off the field, I can just get it off without a problem. Black Ship, that helps get rid of problem monsters like Spirit Reaper, Marshmallow, that, and with, again, certain decks it's really helpful, like Fire Kings. Next up is the Double King of the Feral Imps. When I first found out about this card, I was really happy, because it's like, wow, Reptiles effectively got a Gear Gigan X. And the thing is, since it's generic, I can overlay, in theory, like, I don't know, Honest and Thunder King if I really wanted my reptiles out, which is really helpful. Constellar Omega, I use him as pretty much simply put, he's just a giant beat stick, but it's really helpful because, like, let's say I summon him, attack, my opponent does deep prison. No deep prison for you. Whatever. Gemini Pearl, I run this solely as an out to Ophion. I mean, again, I have other out to Ophion, but it's still helpful just to run them over. But even then, if I just need a relatively big beats deck, I have Pearl. Next up is my 1 Shockmaster, because I can make this with relative ease. I mean, again, turn 1, I draw Zex and Kagito and Reborn. I have a Shockmaster right there, and this helps really cripple Prophecy, or any deck, honestly, because Shockmaster is just that awesome. Next up, I have 1 Catastor, because Catastor is just really good. I run 1 Black Rose. I don't go into this a whole lot. I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to probably just want to go into my Triforce, but if need be, I can just blow up the field. And then, as I explained before, my double Triforce. Now as far as some of the combos can go, as far as some of the combos are concerned, again, like, let's say I summon Zex, mill Yagen, or something, next turn I can potentially, like, bounce back, Zex to summon it again, bounce Zex back, special summon Birdman, normal summon Zex, mill, like, I don't know, Carteros, synchro with Zex and Birdman into my Triforce, or whatever. Yagen can just bounce things at this point. I'm just blathering, I do apologize. But actually, another combo I could do is, like, let's say my opponent has a Dragosack on the board, they have the Dragosack and the 2 tokens, and I draw on a king. What I could do is mind control the Dragosack, take mind control the Dragosack, attach some of the 2 tokens, use Dragosack's effect to blow up a token, then tribute Dragosack and one of the tokens, bring on my king. Or, no, that's probably the best move, because at the end of the turn, they get the Dragosack back. But so, if you like this deck profile, please like it, comment, and whatnot. Please subscribe, and please check out my other videos. And this has been Paperness, and I'm